Hey guys, it's Christina with My Confection Obsession, and today I'm going to be making panda and penguin donuts. So donuts are actually probably one of my favorite foods in the whole wide world, and they are definitely trending right now. And I've seen lots of cute versions of donuts, but I haven't actually seen any that are penguins or pandas, and so I decided to make my own. So in front of me, you guys are gonna see that I have some homemade buttermilk cake donuts. You can definitely just actually get some cake donuts at the store, some plain ones to use, but of course I made mine homemade. And then you're gonna see in front of me I have Wilton candy melts already melted and prepared, ready to go. So I have black for my penguin and I have white for my panda. And I feel like the black actually turned out a little bit of almost a gray color, but I'm totally fine with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start by dipping my donuts and letting them dry. So while my donuts are setting, I'm gonna work on cutting out some of my details for my penguin and panda features. So for all my details, you guys can see that I have some fondant ready to go. And I'm gonna be using 4 colors. So white, black, some orange for our penguin's beak, and just a little bit of pink if I decide I wanna make some pink cheeks on our donuts. So I made this using my homemade marshmallow fondant recipe, which I'll put in the show notes. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll out a circle for my penguin's white body. So I have a template here that I cut out ahead of time. And so what I did is I just measured over the donut, so I was gonna know how big I was gonna need. You can use a cookie cutter. I just didn't have one that was this size, so I traced the bottom of, it was actually like this mini mug that I have to get this size. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna place my white circle over the center of my black donuts. And because this is melted chocolate and it's actually not completely melted, it should just stick. So now I'm gonna go ahead and give my penguin some eyes. So they're gonna be pretty small, so I'm just using a frosting tip. So I do this all the time when I need little tiny circles. So for the eyes, I'm just gonna use some edible pearls and stick these on. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of chocolate on the back of this so that it'll stick. So for the eyes, I'm just going to cut out some little small circles of fondant using an icing tip that's just a circle. So if these are not sticking, I'm going to just paint a little bit of chocolate on these. So now I'm gonna work on his fins, or no, wait, I don't know, what is that what they have? Wings? Whatever penguins have. So again, I used a template here. And we're just gonna dip the end into the melted chocolate so that it will stick. Wilton dab and hold because it sticks fondant to fondant. So we're also going to cut out some feet. his little friends. So now that my penguins are done, I'm gonna focus on my panda. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out the fondant pieces first. now I'm ready to start sticking all my little pieces on. I did reheat my chocolate just for about 30 seconds because it hardened. So just keep that in mind if you might need to do that as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick on the little oval eyes. So again, I'm just using a little dab of melted chocolate. So for the ears, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna dip the end in the chocolate, and then just press it into the donut. So what I do now is I'm using my Americolor food coloring pen, and I'm going to carefully draw a tiny little oval for our panda's nose. I'm going to dip my panda in some white chocolate and give him some sprinkles just because I feel like he needs a little bit more color. So I again reheated my white chocolate, and I'm going to carefully just dunk the end of my panda in here and then dip him in sprinkles. Okay, so my penguin and panda donuts are finished, and I really like how they turned out, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel, and you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.